Hello everyone and welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. You're watching JCTV playing on the Xbox One console. This is Green River 2019 episode number 7. Thanks for tuning in, folks. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day so far. Alright, we've got a lot of work to do today. We've got a lot of special announcements to make in terms of the animals. Something is happening. Babies are being born. But right now, what we've got to do is ride all the horses. So we've come to day 3. It's late summer. Our horses are doing great. We're continuously getting just over $10,000 a day from the livery stables. So it's important that we keep up all of the horses' health and stamina and cleanliness and you name it. We've got to ride all the horses every day, but we're not going to make you watch all that. I'm just searching around for horse number 1 because my obsessive compulsive disorder says that I have to ride them all in order from 1 to 7, although that probably isn't the case for most of you. Let's get this done really quickly. Here's horse number 1. What we do is, because this map is big enough, I literally canter 50% in one direction and then canter 50% back in the other direction. As you can see, it's going up there. So there's horse number 1 being ridden, and now we're back at the end of the horse riding process with horse number 7. Just about to get to 100%. There it is, so we can put him back in the stable, and then we can clean him up, and then we can move on to something else. Let's just find horse number 7 is really easy to find. He's the only painted horse that we have. It's brown and white. So usually 4 brushes and then he's clean. You can see everything's good. He's at 100%. That's great. He's making us a lot of money. But for some reason or other, number 1 is not really gaining in fitness. I don't know what's going on with this Andalusian horse. I'm going to have to do some research. But he's still at 42%. He's been at 42% or lower for, I don't know, the past few days. So I don't know if we're going to have to cut our losses and get rid of horse number 1 and get another painted horse that has 100% stamina. But let's take care of the horses. For the last part, they need water and straw, oats and hay. So let's do that. We've got to fill up the water tanker. We'll do each animal pen separately. We'll do the horses, the chickens, the pigs, the sheep, and then the cows. And then I think it will be time to mow the lawn again once we do that. And the other big news is we're going to make lots of money because we get to sell that silo. If you remember from the last episode, someone pointed out to me that grass can actually be stored in the farm silo, not the one that we put on the animal sanctuary portion of the farm. So that's got nothing in it. We can get rid of it. We don't need it. And that's possibly about $90,000 in our pocket. So I'm looking forward to that portion of this episode. All right, so we're filling up the water. While we're filling up the water, why don't you take a quick minute, look at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, click that subscribe button for me if you have not done so already. After you're done that, like and share the video and send it to all your friends and family. Make sure that they watch it, hound them, tell them that it's a good video and they should watch it. It'll make their lives better. Everything will be wonderful after that. And then once you're done liking and sharing and harassing your family and friends to watch my videos, ring that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we upload new content. You don't want to miss anything, folks. We're doing a different map on a different series each day of the week. Mondays is Greenwich Valley. Tuesdays, you're watching Green River 2019. And don't forget about Westbridge Hills Wednesday, Pacific Northwest Thursdays, and then the Lone Oak Farm series on Fridays, which we'll be wrapping up soon. The season finale is in progress, and we will be filming that shortly. All right, so let's jump into a tractor here. We will spit some straw. Actually, someone corrected me. My good friend Apple Manan, who watches every single video and leaves a friendly comment, told me that I wasn't actually far off when I called it the straw spitter. It's actually called the straw blower. So we're going to blow some straw at the horses. Hats off to you, Apple Manan, for correcting me and letting me know exactly what that piece of machinery was called. All right, so let's add some oats here. And then we need to add some hay as well, but the hay wagon is empty. but we've got over 200,000 liters of hay stored in the hayloft. We can just go fill this up really quickly and dump some hay on the horses, and then we'll blow some straw at the horses with the straw blower. I like that, straw blower. That's fantastic. All right, let's get you under here. You know what? Thinking about it, I probably don't need two loading wagons, one for hay and one for grass, because we can store it now. We can just have one and leave one of them empty. We can probably free up some extra cash by selling one of these Class Platinum Edition loading wagons. We'll worry about that later. Let's get this all taken care of, though. I'm really excited to show you how the pigs are doing. If you remember from the last episode, we had 9 pregnant pigs. Well, good news, folks. Things have been happening over the last season's month, which is technically one day. A lot has been happening. We'll get to that in just a second. Let's fill up the horse trough with hay, and then we'll blow some straw at these bad boys. All right, hay is being deposited, and we'll just leave the hay in the wagon there for now. We'll figure that out. Maybe next episode we'll go through, we'll take a quick equipment inventory and figure out what we need and what we don't, or what we use on a daily basis and what we could live without. Like, none of our pigs or cows are really producing any slurry, so I don't know why we have a slurry tanker, but we'll get to that later on. All right, straw is blown at the horses. Let's go have a look at the chickens. Things are happening with the chickens too, folks. We're getting more and more chickens every day because the chickens are laying eggs and the rooster is doing his job. Let's go have a look at the chicken coop here. So we got 21 chickens in the chicken coop. 21. We've had some newborns. They're males, so I think they're probably only worth about $1 or $2. So I don't really know what the life expectancy of a chicken is. If anyone knows, please leave a comment down below. Not in real life, because I know chickens could probably live forever, but in seasons mode. How long do my chickens live? I don't know. I guess we'll find out when one of them dies, but you know, that's the hard way. So we've got some male and female newborns that are 1.1 pounds. We're going to wait till the males get a little bigger and we'll sell them. Technically they're free chickens, but I'd hate to sell them just for $1 or $2, just because they're really little. So I think we'll just wait. Let's see here. All right, so that chicken is $1. That chicken is $2. It's a male. That chicken is $2. And then we get into the larger animals, 4.7 pounds, 7.3 pounds. $4 and $6. So you can see we paid $6 for the Rhode Island Reds at 5.9 pounds a piece. They're now 7.3 pounds a piece, and they're still only worth $6. So I think we'll wait until the price actually doubles, and then we'll sell them and buy some more. So that way we're actually getting our money back. So I think that'll be the plan with the chickens. We'll just let them keep procreating, and let's go look at our good friends, the pigs. So I can't actually remember how many piglets we had, or how many pigs we had on the last episode, but they are multiplying like crazy. Let's just put some wheat in the chicken feed trough here. Still got a full container of wheat. These chickens are not eating very quickly or anything at all. And you know what, for that matter, neither are the pigs. The pigs aren't eating anything, they're just making a mess. The food level is not going down on the pig trough. I can't figure that out. We'll look at that in just a minute. But for now, look at all this. Look at all our pigs. We've got 20 pigs now. So we had 10 last episode, I believe, and 9 of them were pregnant. And since then, another one gave birth. So we've got 10 new piglets. Look at this. 3-pound piggies. Some are male, some are female. That's awesome. So we've doubled in size in a month. We went from 10 to 20. And some of these other pigs are pregnant again. That is great. 365 pounds, almost 100% healthy. We're going to get a lot of bacon. A lot of bacon. Let's go look at this here. So these are our pigs. They're worth $667, and we paid $743 for the spotted pigs. So we're just going to let them keep increasing in weight and size, and hopefully they live long enough to double in value, and then we'll sell those and get some new ones, and then we'll just keep rotating the stock like that. I think that's what we'll do. That sounds like a good plan. And these spotted pigs are worth $106 each. These are free pigs. So we've got 10 spotted pigs that were just born, and they're worth $106 a piece. So that's $1,060, and we could sell the spotted pigs for it. So when those get old enough, they are free money and free bacon. And now you'll see what I mean here about them not eating any food, just making a mess of it. They're gaining weight, they're gaining in health, but they're not eating any food. I don't understand it. Maybe Green River gives me free pig food, or maybe this modded pig pen gives me free pig food. I don't really know what's happening. But either way, we haven't had to spend any money on pig food because they're just not eating it. Or maybe they are eating it, and I don't know. I don't know what's happening with the pigs. If you know, leave a comment down below. I'd love to figure it out. But either way, maybe I don't want to figure it out because I'm not having to spend any money on pig food. They're just not eating it. It's still full. We're 3 months in and haven't eaten any food. Maybe they just eat in the winter and they don't eat in the summer. Who knows? Who really knows? Let's zip on over and we'll look at the sheep. Actually, no, we're going to fill up the pig pen. They need water, straw, hay, and they don't need food. And then we need to empty the manure as well, because that's one thing they are doing. It's filling up that manure bin. All right, let's take the straw blower over to the pigs. And then we'll blow some straw at the piggies. I can't wait till the DLC update comes in where we can see the baby animals. I was really hoping to see some piglets running around there, but oh well, I can wait. There we go, full of straw, and it looks like we have a full bale in there for the cows as well. That will work out as we don't have to fill the straw blower with an extra hay bale. All right, let's go on over here. We'll jump out of this Class Platinum Edition tractor and we'll jump into the water wagon, and we will water the pigs. While we are on our way over to water the pigs, be sure to check out the featured channel section of my YouTube channel. You'll see 3 great up-and-coming YouTubers there: Crazy Simulator, Carl Johnson Gaming, and Deuce MS. All 3 of those are a must subscribe to. Go and check them out. You won't be disappointed. Show them some love. Subscribe to their channels, like and share their videos, and then click their notification bells as well, so you can be alerted every time they upload new content. I know I have all the noties turned on for all the channels that I'm following. I don't want to miss anything. Just makes good sense. All right, so let's park the water wagon here real quick. We'll jump into the manure wagon and we'll see how much manure is in here. It is getting quite full. The cows themselves are producing probably about 5,000 to 6,000 liters of manure a day. The pigs, not so much. They're up there, but they're probably about 2,000 to 3,000 liters a day. It's not a lot, but I'm guessing once, maybe because cows are bigger than pigs, I don't know. We'll just load up the conveyor belts with the poop, throw it in the poop wagon, and then we'll get close enough to sell the manure. We'll have to check the seasons map to see when the optimal time is to sell the manure and who's paying the most for it. And then we'll sell it when the time is right. We don't want to sell it prematurely. We are doing pretty good for cash now that I mention it. You can see we've got $38,000 there. We're not doing too bad at all. Every day that horse stable gives us a free $10,000 plus. So I don't know if we should just keep that going at a nice round $10,000 number or get some new horses. So 7 horses gives us just over 10 grand. I don't want to get into the business of riding horses all day long and then just waiting for that payday to come in, because that is quite a labor-intensive process. to ride all those horses. Takes about probably 35 minutes of real time just to ride all the horses to 100% and then bring them back and clean them. So it can get quite time consuming. All right, let's clean up the sheep and then we'll look at our sheep. For some reason, I'm not really up on the wool producing times of year. I only got one full one full crate of wool from all of these sheep. Now they're all Suffolks. Suffolks in the description say that they were modest wool producers, although modest means one crate a year. I kind of want to speed that up. We've got a few sheep that are pregnant too, so that's good. I think what we'll do is maybe we'll buy some merinos. Merino sheep produce the most amount of wool and require the least amount of feed, so I'm surprised I actually didn't read up on that before we started the sheep pen, because I would have opted to have all merinos for the most amount of wool for the least amount of grass. It just makes sense. So let's dump this back in here. Oh, I cannot perform this action, but it seems that I just did. So, haha, I beat you. All right. Now there's no grass in the grass wagon, but we've got to get some water in there. Let's jump back into the water wagon and we'll fill up the sheep. And then we'll see what's next on the docket. I think we do have to mow that lawn today, so we'll hire a worker to do that. And I think that's where we'll get our grass from. All right, watering the sheep. Here we go. And then we might have enough water for the cows. We should. We'll check that later, once we get back to the cow pen and clean them up. So the cows need cleaned, watered, strawed, and the TMR is now gone. They're feasting on the hay and silage. Once the hay and silage is gone, they'll be feasting on the grass. And then, oh yeah, we still have that silage bunker full of chaff that we have to cover up and turn into silage. And then once that's all done, they can just continue eating silage, because we've got grass until the cows come home. We've got tons of grass. All right, let's, what are we doing? We're looking for a tractor. There it is on the other side of the horse pen. We'll just jump through here, dodge a little bit of landmines. Oops, almost got one. Not this time, Mr. Horse. All right, so let's hook up to the straw blower. We'll bring the straw blower back to the cows with us. And then I think once we fill up the cows with straw, it should pretty much empty the blower. And then we'll just leave it outside the shed that has the straw bales in it. And I think we have enough straw bales to get us through the winter. However, early spring, when early spring comes, I don't think we'll have that many straw bales. So we're going to have to come up with a solution. Now, in my head, I was thinking we already have a really big grass field that has met or exceeded our current animal needs. So maybe I can section off a section of that grass field and plant some wheat just to make straw bales. But then I was thinking, then I've got to buy a harvester, and then I've got to buy all this other stuff, and we don't have money for that. So I think maybe we'll just buy some more straw bales rather than make them, because it's going to cost a lot. I have to get a harvester, a baler. Yeah, that's probably more feasible just to buy them, 8 or 10 at a time, and then just store them all year, because it's one simple expense every year, and then we don't have to worry about it. All right, so the cows are filled with straw, or just about close enough to full as it's going to get. Let's clean up the silage that the cows have been spitting out here, and we'll just dump it over into our ongoing silage pile that we'll just put into a trailer once the silage is ready. We just leave it over here on the ground. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, so this silo that's back here is the one that stores the grass. So we don't actually need that other silo that's sitting out there in the animal pastures. we can probably get rid of that. All right, so we are driving back to the animal pasture. Look at all that manure that's accumulating in there. We'll leave the straw blower right there, and then we'll fill it up later. We've got to empty the milk as well. Still got a lot to do, and we still got to mow this ginormous lawn and pick up some grass for the sheep. So we'll do that last. Let's hop in the water wagon, and then we will go water the cows. And then at some point, I wanted to look at the sheep situation as well and purchase some merinos, because we do have a little bit of extra cash, or we'll have a lot of extra cash once we sell that silo. I could, in theory, replace all of the Suffolks, but it would be at a loss because right now they're worth less than what we paid for them. So, I think maybe we'll wait until we'll see if they gain anything, and if they don't gain value by next month, we'll look at replacing them at a loss. But for now, let's just leave it how it is, and then we'll just purchase some merinos. All right, milk is full. The trailer is almost full. It's just under half. Let's hook back up to the water wagon. We'll go water the cows, and I think we got to empty the manure as well. That's getting pretty full. All right, let's zip on back to the water trough. I wish there was a way I could feed or water the cows without actually driving this big truck back there. It's not really a hassle. It's just I don't like running over any of the cows, and they intentionally walk in front of the truck as soon as I come in, like a moth to a flame, maybe. Like this guy on the bottom of your screen there. Yeah, you can moo all you want. I was here first. Yeah, manure's getting pretty full. There's like 7,000 liters of manure there. Let's try and get this out of here without killing anybody. Almost got you. You can stand there and stare at me all you want, cow. The gate's been open for months and you haven't left yet. You're not going anywhere. All right. Watering is complete. After we buy more sheep, we'll probably have to fill up the water tank again anyway. Oops. Keep forgetting that seed tank is there. We don't need that seed tank anymore, too, because if we just planted grass, it just keeps growing back. We could probably get rid of that as well, but maybe next episode. Once we, maybe the next episode, we'll just take an inventory of everything we have, weigh the options of keeping it or selling it, and that way we'll have enough money to make it through the winter. Because winter's coming. It is late summer. Next month will be the first early autumn. We got to start preparing for the coldness. All right. It is manure time. Let's hook up to the manure wagon. And we've already emptied the pig bunker. Let's go empty the cow bunker. I think the reason that the pigs and the cows aren't producing any slurries, I watched a video by Mr. Seeley P, who did a fantastic tutorial on animals, and specifically cows. When you feed them different foods, they produce different things. I got to go back and watch that video again, because I'm pretty sure my cows and pigs are not producing slurry because I'm not feeding them the right things. So we'll find out with the cows, because the total mixed ration is all gone. And they didn't produce any slurry. They produced a crap ton of manure, for lack of a better term, pun intended. And let's see if they produce any slurry with the hay or the grass, or with just the silage. So, I don't know. Now, let's see what's happening here. Alright, let's hop into that small conveyor belt, turn it on, and we will shovel all the manure into the manure wagon. I think I'm going to have to adjust these belts too. That one I think needs to come out a little bit. Yeah, it's not connecting quite a bit. So I think we need to hop out of this belt, jump into this belt here, and just move it forward a little bit. It's on, but nothing's going. Let's just see if we're underneath. Yeah, we are underneath the end of the conveyor belt, but it's not catching. So I think we need to move that belt up a little bit, which means we need to move the truck. All right, so the truck should be good there. I think, yeah, we just have to move this belt forward a little bit so the catch point hits the trigger on that other belt. Let's just see here. There we go. That was it. All we had to do was move it ahead a foot. And there goes the manure into the truck. That's a lot of manure. All right, so the cows produce a lot of manure when fed nothing but TMR. So they'll eat the TMR first, then go to the grass and hay, and then the silage. All right. So really we only need one type of food depending on what we want the cows to produce. So we haven't been getting a modest amount of milk either, but I think that's due to the type of cows we have. Yes, we'll look at that later on. I'll do some research and watch Mr. CLP's video again on cows and milk production and silage or slurry and manure. And then we'll write down some details and just take some notes about how we want our cows to produce. All right, so the manure is just about full, 71% capacity. That's a lot of crap right there. That's a lot of crap. All right, so we're going to hang on to that. Maybe we can put like a manure storage point somewhere. If we get enough money, we can just store it right here on the farm and then sell it when we need to. Only makes sense to have a manure silo and just sell it hundreds of thousands of liters at a time. So this has been accumulating since the beginning. So day 3 of late summer. So we're playing 3-day season. So 6 days now that's been accumulating, and we've got almost 34,000 liters of manure. All right, let's bring the semi back here, and we'll see what's next. All right, what are we doing? Where are we going? What's next? Where's my tractor? I think it's over here. There it is. Well, you can hear all the animals in the background there. Sheep mainly. All right. Let's go and look at this silo, because we don't need it. You are on your way out, Mr. Silo. You're literally taking up space. I thought we could put grass in that, but we can't. Grass is already locally stored on our local silo, so we don't need this one. Let's see what's happening here. Where are you? There's all of our egg pallets. There we go. So we have the grain silo and the large grain silo. The large grain silo, I don't know where that is, but we don't need the modded one for $52,000. We have one here, and then I think that's the one with the grass in it. No, this is the one with the grass in it. You can see that it holds grass, and this one doesn't. So this is the one we want to get rid of, the one that doesn't hold grass. And fingers crossed, the one in front of us will disappear, and it's gone. Perfect. All right, so that brings our total up to $91,000 after we sold that very unneeded, useless silo mod that we installed that I thought would hold grass, but did not. All right, so now we're going to cut the lawn. We're going to mow the grass. We're going to let the worker do that, and then we'll just follow behind him in the loading wagon to get some grass for the sheep and then fill them up. And then what we'll do is, once the worker's done, probably next episode, we will split it up. We'll take half grass, half hay. Right now we're just going to blanket this silo so that we can get the silage ready. There we go. It was 100% compacted. Now we've covered it with the blanket. And then in a few days or a few months, we'll have silage for the cows, and we won't have to worry about feeding them anymore. And then once that runs low, we'll just fill up the other bunker with chaff and then get that ready. And then we'll alternate bunkers. And then we'll have constant feed for the cows. All right, so let's hook up to the mowers. Front mower first, rear mower second, and then we'll start cutting the lawn. All right, front mower attached. Let's grab the rear mower. These look really dirty. I'm not sure if I have to repair these or not, but we'll worry about that later. We'll wash everything off camera. We won't make you sit through a car wash. That just doesn't make sense. All right, let's drive around to the front of this field here. Yeah, we probably don't need that seeder anymore. We haven't been doing a lot of contract work, so I don't really see the need to have that seeder in our employ. Grass is growing good. I love this rear mower that auto windrows everything. All you have to do is just extend it out. You can see the left arm extending here, and then you can extend the right arm, and it auto windrows, so we don't need a windrower. Although I think we have one of those too, and a tedder. And I found out the hard way that you don't actually have to ted the grass in summer. You just let it dry, and in about a month the grass turns to hay. So I think we could probably sell that too. Just buy a whole bunch of more animals and increase this production altogether. So there's lots of things on this farm that we don't actually need, that we have, and it's just been sitting around. So I think, yeah, that's what we'll do. Next episode, that's the plan. We'll take inventory of everything we don't need, and we'll go through what each machine does and why we don't need it. And then that'll be maybe grounds for our next episode on top of basic animal care and animal birthing and animal husbandry. All right, so let's just hop out of the tractor here real quick. Let's look at the sheep situation. Sorry, Mr. Worker, I'll get out of your way. Continue on, sir. All right, so we got $91,000. We can do a lot of damage with sheep. So the merinos are the ones that produce the most wool. The Suffolks, although the description says it produces a modest amount of wool and grows really fast, it doesn't really produce a modest amount of wool. It only did for that 1 month, and all we got was 1 crate. So I don't think we're going to buy any more Suffolks. I think you can see they're $420, and now the Suffolks are worth $360. So they actually went down in value, and they've got to increase in value before we can get rid of them. So I think we're going to keep them for now, and we're just going to buy some merinos. And that way the description in the merino says that it produces the most amount of wool, or it's used for wool production mostly. It grows slowly, it's not very prolific, and it doesn't require a lot of feed as an adult. So that cuts down on our grass usage. And the Dorsets and the Derp. The Dorsets and the Dorpers we don't really have a use for. So let's buy some merinos. Yeah, let's just buy this. There's 15. Let's just go another 5. There we go. So we got 20 merinos, and hopefully more. Yeah, there's 20. All right. So we get down to $77,000 now. Hopefully this will increase the wool production, although it may be restricted to a certain time of year. I mean, sheep need time to grow the wool back, right? You just can't shave them every day, and they've already made a mess. So now we've got to put some more grass in the trough. So we're going to just jump in this smaller class Platinum Edition tractor. It will pull the loading wagon, and we just need 1 strip of grass, should be enough. So now we're up to 60 sheep. So we had 40 before, we bought 20, and now we're up to 60. So we bought 20 merinos, and let's just see what they're doing. So the Suffolks are at 158 pounds, so we're not going to check on the merinos. Okay. let's just go get the loading wagon and we'll put some grass in the trough. And then once we put some grass in the trough, I think we are going to probably wrap up this episode. We're just going to drive the loading wagon up to a starting point at the top of the field. And then we're just going to put some grass in there. And then maybe next episode we'll tackle sectioning off, half for grass, half for hay. And then we will go from there. I'd just like to thank everyone for tuning in and watching this video, subscribing, liking, and sharing, clicking that notification bell. It is greatly appreciated. You fans are the best. This is why this is possible. It's because of you, the fans. Thanks for tuning in. This was Green River 2019, episode number 7. You're watching JCTV playing on the Xbox One console, and this is Farming Simulator 19. Thanks and have a wonderful day, folks. For now, this is JCTV saying see you later.